Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. I'm Sunday Shomari in for Jackson Mvunganyi. This week on the Red Carpet, we have a chat with Fiker Yeshewas, a rising star in the Ethiopian music with her angelic voice and uplifting message in her songs. A new film explores the fight for the survival of the forest in Cameroon. In Nairobi, a new restaurant is using robots to serve dinners. The annual Basketball Festival 2024 will be held from October 24th to 27th at the University of Ghana in Accra. This year's festival opens with sports, fashion, and an entertainment summit. Organizers of the annual Africa Basketball Festival, ABF, recently launched the festival to celebrate African basketball and fashion in the United States at an event in Laurel in the state of Maryland. One of the speakers at the launch was former NBA player and basketball executive Nana Papayao Mensah-Bonsu, who spoke to Red Carpet about the potential and future of basketball in Africa.
I'm Pop Mensah-Bonsu here at the Africa Basketball Festival, celebrating the game, celebrate Africa, fashion, culture, and loving what they do by using the game of basketball to reach the youth. And you see the transcending abilities of the sport and how it can influence the younger generation. So always going to support with that said, and somebody like myself who has an academy too that wants to use the game of basketball to help influence the younger people of Ghana is beautiful to see. So I'm just glad to be a part of it and looking forward to what the future holds.
Yeah. So Africa is the youngest continent in the world, has the youngest population. What kind of potential do you see the game of basketball having on the continent?
I see infinite and endless potential. There's a reason why the BAL is in Africa now. There's a reason why the NBA and FIBA invested in the game. There's a reason why there's academies there. There's a lot of outside investment coming into Ghana now, or into Africa, I should say, because they see the talent. They see the pool. Obviously, like you said, Africa is going to be the youngest and largest population in the world in the next 10 to 15 years. So with that said, we have to make sure we equip this younger generation with the necessary tools to be successful. And, using sports is definitely a way to expedite that process.
Fiker Yeshewas, a rising star in the Ethiopian music scene, is captivating audiences with her angelic voice and uplifting message in her songs. Her latest album, Fiker, meaning love in Amharic, delves into personal and social issues while also celebrating themes of love, self-discovery, and mutual respect. During a recent visit to VOA studios, Yeshewas performed her music and sat down for an interview with our colleague, Hatam Seyum.
Salam. Fiker Balala. My name is Fiker Yeshewas. I am a singer, songwriter, and a designer. Hey. Salani lingarer, ownat maninatin, fansum nanyalalo, alamnam sitatin. I've always been singing ever since I was a kid. Just kind of grew up with me. I used to play a few instruments when I was a little kid and participate in the media programs and events while I was in elementary school. So I kept up with it up to a certain point, and then I'd stopped it for a little bit while I was doing my studies, and then once I finished, I sort of went back to it. I believe that music is a universal language, and I believe that it's a great tool to bring people together from all over the world. So I try to focus my music on peace and love and unity for the most part, and also just to talk about certain issues that are stigmatized and discriminated against by at least our culture and our society, and kind of bring that to light. ማነው ኃጢአተኛ ሁሉ ጀግና ቢሆን
I wanted to do something or release a song that was different and wasn't super mainstream, but still important to discuss. So my friend and I, when we were going over the topics of what to sing about or what to do for our first song, we decided that it would be about mental health. So that's kind of how it started, and I think it's a great topic to be discussed amongst people in the society, especially not just in our country, but in the African culture. I think it's something not talked about enough. I believe we have a lot to share when it comes to music and entertainment and culture with the rest of the world. So my goal is really to bridge the gap between our culture and our music with the Western world.
In the forests of Cameroon, a new battle is being waged not just for the survival of the trees, but for the preservation of cultural heritage and traditional medicine. The new film, A Cry from the Forest, produced by Cameroonian actress and filmmaker Laura Onyama, explores the devastating effects of deforestation in West Africa. VOA's Kali Abdu brings us the story of art intersecting with environmental advocacy.
As deforestation continues to threaten biodiversity across Africa, creative voices are rising to bring attention to the issue. In Cameroon, a new film titled A Cry from the Forest is doing just that. The movie, produced by Laura Onyama, highlights the struggle between traditional medicine and the encroaching modern world, all set against the backdrop of forest degradation.
Yeah, I'm a producer, actress, and I own a production company called Ola Productions. We just did our first movie, A Cry from the Forest, which was sponsored by WWF and AFD France. And this movie talks about forest conversion and the relationship between scientific medicine and traditional medicine from the perspective of the indigenous man.
For Onyama, this project was not without challenges. Being a first-time producer, she faced the hurdles of the film industry, but was buoyed by the support of her team and the local communities where they filmed. The story is deeply personal, reflecting the struggles of Cameroon's English-speaking minority in making their voices heard on both the national and international stages. The film's environmental message is echoed by experts worldwide who emphasize the critical state of our planet's biodiversity.
We are in the midst of a biodiversity crisis, a climate change crisis, and a pandemic crisis.
The issue of deforestation in Cameroon is not just a local problem, it is a global one. With forests being cut down at alarming rates, the loss of biodiversity is a significant concern. Experts argue that the future of our planet hangs in the balance.
Are we going to trash it? Are we going to destroy it? Or are we going to wake up and realize that the future of our planet is up to us, and we better take care of both its climate and its biodiversity?
In 2017, as deforestation accelerated, some communities in Cameroon began adopting alternative fuel sources to protect their forests. Residents in Mbile village, for example, started using clay stoves and briquettes made from sawdust, significantly reducing their reliance on firewood. This initiative helped save approximately 16 tons of dry wood per day, providing a model for sustainable living that could be replicated across the region.
Okay, personally, my production company is focused on making films on nature, environment, and wildlife. So trust me, when you hear of Ola Productions, expect such beautiful stories, documentaries, fiction films, and all of that. So that's what you should expect from Ola Production.
All that in the As a cry from the forest continues its tour, gaining recognition, it serves as a powerful reminder of the urgent need to protect our planet. The film not only raises awareness, but also amplifies the voices of those most affected by environmental degradation, calling for global action to preserve the natural world for future generations.
A new restaurant in Kenya is generating business and buzz, not just because of the food, but because of the staff. Robots serving dishes is the main attraction of diners who flock to the Robot Cafe. Juma Majanga reports from Nairobi, Kenya.
Welcome. It's lunchtime at the Robot Cafe in Nairobi's Kileleshwa suburb, and an unusual waitress is causing excitement.
Thank you, Nadia.
Nadia is one of 3 robot waitresses incorporated here to improve service delivery. This is a first in East Africa.
You assign them duties in the morning like normal waiters. You tell them which tables one particular robot is supposed to go, or what is expected to do there. Because for instance, they do more than just survey. They sing happy birthday. For instance, let's say you do a reservation and you have a birthday. It's going to deliver you your cake with the message and everything, and also sing happy birthday with you with the background of waitresses.
Use of robotic technology in the food service industry is not new. Restaurants with robot waiters have opened in the United States, China, and other places. But the concept is new to Africa. Since opening in Nairobi 2 months ago, Robot Cafe staffers say the reception has been good, with the robots being the attraction for customers like Brooke Abito, who is here today with his family for lunch.
I was happy to show my kids this, in Africa, in your own backyard. So yeah, it was very good. You can see that the technology needs a bit of development, but it's really nice how the robots take the food, they come and serve you. And when I come back next time, I want to see the robots more interactive, taking your orders, bringing your food. But it's a very good first step.
According to government data, the hospitality industry is one of the big sources of employment in Kenya. The introduction of robots in the sector brings fears of people being driven out of work by machines. However, industry experts like Edith Ojuang say there is no cause for alarm, as the technology will just serve as a tool to improve efficiency and quality of service delivery.
I really don't think it can face off the entire human labor, but it will be incorporated still, just like we have incorporated the other technology, and we've used it to improve our human labor and worked together.
Ojuang's advice is for Kenyan schools to incorporate technology training into their hospitality curriculum in readiness for the shift.
If we keep training people the traditional way, and by the time they're released in the industry, technology has already gone a notch higher. It becomes scary for them already, and it becomes difficult to be able to adopt.
Experts say the era of automated restaurants has finally begun in Africa, and diners should expect more integration of robots in their dining experiences.
Thanks for watching VOA's Red Carpet. I'm your host for today, Sunday Shomari. For more on your entertainment news, please check us out on www.voaafrica.com or on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye, everyone.